This video I am going to say about center of mass. The point where total mass is to be concentrated is called center of mass. Let us consider a block of mass m. So this is the surface in which a block is placed here of mass m. Then the total mass of the block is concentrated at this point. Then this point is said to be center of mass. Generally we can write center of mass as COM. So we can represent this point as COM. So this is called the center of mass. Center of gravity. So the point where total weight is concentrated is called as center of gravity. So here what is the difference between weight and mass? So that is weight is equal to mass into g. Here g is acceleration due to gravity. So for an object we have to consider the acceleration due to gravity if we consider the center of gravity. For example, as like as before situation, let us consider a block of mass m. So this is the center of mass. But if you consider the g, then center of gravity will be changed for this block. Generally, the center of mass is nearer to more mass. So that is generally, if you consider the position of center of mass depends upon the mass of the particle. So mass of particle, the mass of the particle is more, then center of mass shifts to the more mass particle. Generally, Newton 3 laws. So these 3 laws are applicable to center of mass. And in the same way, center of mass does not depend on frame of reference. And next, now we are going to derive a formula. So let us consider a ball. Generally, for some objects, the center of mass lies at center of the particle. So let us consider this point be center of mass. So let us consider the distance. So for example, a particle of mass m1 is placed here and particle of mass m2 is placed here. Let us consider the distance of m2 to the center of mass be r1 and r2 and its r1. So for all objects, the center of mass may not be at the center. So RCM, so this is the distance of center of mass. So is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 by m1 plus m2. When you consider for two particle system, but if you consider for n particle system, then RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus and so on mn rn by m1 plus m2 plus and so on mn. So this can be written in the form of sigma, that sigma n is equal to 1 to n mn rn divided by sigma n equal to 1 to n mn is equal to RCM. And this is the formula to find the distance of center of mass. So now let us consider two particles of masses m1 and m2, and these distances from the center of mass is r1 and r2, where r1 plus r2 is equal to d. So then we can be able to find out the values of r1 and r2 without knowing the value of RCM. So how? r1 is equal to m2 by m1 plus m2 into d, and r2 is equal equal to m1 by m1 plus m2 into d. So this is valid for only two particle system. If you consider for two particle system only, these two formulae can be applied. So collision. Let us consider two balls of mass m1 and m2 with velocities u1 and u2. So what is collision means? When these two are approaching each other at one place, these two meet, and this meeting is called as collision. These two balls collide and accidentally they collide. For example, in accidents generally we see a vehicle is moving like this and another vehicle will move like this. So then accidents will occur, and this process is called as collision. And here initially this ball speed is u1 and this ball speed is u2. After collision this changes to v1 and v2. Here v1 v2 are final velocities and u1 u2 are initial velocities. Here initial and final are said by taking consideration of collision. That means before collision and after collision, their speeds. So generally, when two particles collide, there is a change in shape. So change in shape. So what is this called? Change in shape is called as deformation. So generally, in any collision, in maximum of the collisions, the shape of the balls or objects will be changed, but the mass of the blocks or objects or balls will not be changed. Mass will not be changed, but shape will be changed. This is the very important concept regarding collisions. Law of conservation of momentum. So what is law of conservation of momentum is momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision. So momentum is represented by P is equal to mv. So from this, momentum before collision m1 u1 for first particle plus m2 u2. This u2 is for second object. So this is before collision is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So here v1 and v2 are velocities after collision. So the velocities will be changed after the collision. I said you just now. So from this, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, and finally this is called law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy before collision is equal to kinetic energy after collision. Generally, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square according to our knowledge. So now, before collision, speeds are u1, u2, and after collision speeds are v1, v2. So now, half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square is equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square, and this is called as law of conservation of kinetic energy. Thanks for watching this video. If you like, please share, comment and subscribe our channel. If you want any topic regarding maths, physics, chemistry, you can mention in the comment section below.